Hello, welcome to my video on how to process the data for the experiment. So in this video I'm going to show you how to put your data into a table in Excel and how to do some calculations using Excel so that you don't have to use your calculators. You can just let Excel do all that for you. It saves a lot of time and it means you're less likely to make mistakes. So in the experiment you were changing your cube size. So in the first column we are going to type cube length. And we're going to also put the units in here, which were in millimeters. We always keep our units in the heading. We don't put it into anywhere else in the table. Okay, and you see it looks a bit messy here. So we're going to double click on this thing here. You should see a little symbol coming up. And if you double click on that, it should automatically fix the width of your column. In the second column, we are going to put surface area. Your units for this are going to be millimeters squared. Again, we can click on that. Next column is going to be volume in millimeters cubed. And then we are going to calculate the surface area to volume ratio, which doesn't have any units. Afterwards, we're going to add in the times, but let's focus on these calculations first. So let's put in the length of the size that we had. So we have 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. The total surface area of the entire cube, well, we're going to use this number here, and we're going to make a little formula that we can get Excel to then calculate. So in order to put in a formula of any type, you double click it and you start with an equal sign. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to square this number, so 4 by 4. So put a little hat, but instead of saying 4 by 4, we put a little hat and a 2. So 4 to the power of 2. And then we want to multiply that, so a little star, by 6, because there's 6 sides to a cube. Okay, so we have the length squared, and then times 6 for the 6 sides of a cube, and we press enter. That's 96. So 4 squared is 16, 16 times 6 is 96, so that is correct. Instead of writing that all out again for all the next ones, what we can easily just do is grab the bottom right hand corner of our cell, click on that, and drag it down, and it will automatically copy and paste that formula into all the other cells. We can see there that it uses the cell to the left of it. Okay. For volume, we're going to do a similar thing. We're going to start with the equal sign. We're again going to select the cube length. So to find the volume of this cube, this time we cube it. So we again select our cell. We do the little hat thing to the power of, and then enter 3 and press enter. So 64, so that's 4 by 4 by 4, 64. Again, we can automatically get Excel to do it all for us, and we drag and paste. Now, for the surface area to volume ratio, it's a ratio, so it's the surface area divided by the volume. Okay, again, we start off with equals, then we click on the surface area, then we put a little divides symbol, then we click on the volume, and then we press enter. 1.5. So 96 divided by 64 is 1.5, and we copy and paste that all the way down. So very quick, rather than just doing it all by hand and with a calculator on paper. So this is much quicker. Now we're interested in putting in the thing that we recorded. So we were recording the time it took to change color. So the time in minutes, comma seconds. Okay. Now this is where you're going to put in your own data. All right. So I'm just going to put in some sample data that I've made up. But you put in your own data here. Don't copy what I'm doing here, but put in your own data. Okay. So I'm just going to, for the sake of argument, say the first little cube took 2 minutes and 10 seconds. The second one took 5 minutes and 13 seconds. The next one took 8 and 2 seconds. Then it took 16 and 20, and then say this one took 38 and 35 seconds. Okay. Now the problem with what we have here is that we have 2 units. We have minutes and seconds, and it's really hard to plot that data in a graph. So we're going to have to try to convert it into just the 1 unit. I'm going to do it here below, like a little side thing that will just do it quickly for me, rather than again using a calculator or doing it by hand and making the mistakes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the minutes and the seconds separate, and then I'm going to again use a formula to calculate it for me to just convert it all into seconds. So I'm going to put 2 minutes and 10 seconds, that's from up here, and then 5 minutes and 13. Then I had 8 and 2, 16 minutes and 20 seconds, and 38 minutes and 35 seconds. So if I want to convert that just into seconds, again I put in a little formula, so I can say equals this number, 2 minutes, times 60, because there's 60 seconds in a minute, so we multiply 2 times 60 to get our time in seconds, and then we have to add on the other seconds that we have. So 130. So 2 times 60 is 120, plus 10 seconds is 130 seconds. Now this is the fun part. We just get to copy and paste all the way along, and it does it automatically for us. So we want to now put these numbers up here. So we're going to put our time in just seconds. So we're going to copy, and we are going to paste. But we're going to do a paste special. So we right click. So if we want to do a paste special, we want to right click on that, and we just want to paste the values, because we don't want to paste the formula. If we paste the formula, then it would go all messy. So we just want to copy the values. Okay, so we click on values. Okay, and so we just copy those values across from down here. So now we have all our data, our recorded data in seconds. If we want to make this look a little bit neater, we can highlight the top, make it bold, and then afterward, and then let's highlight everything, and then we can put in some boundaries or borders. Okay, so that is our table showing the results of the experiment, and then afterwards we'll copy and paste this into a Word document. There'll be another video to show you how to do that. So for now, this is where you should be. Next video is going to be how to do a graph, and the video after that it will be how to export the table and the graph into your Word document.